All right, welcome back, everybody. So as we promised, we're going to get into that UIF interview. Already phone calls are coming through, so just be patient with us as we try and get your call through the course of this interview. So the Department of Labour's COVID-19 Temporary Employee-Employer Relief Scheme, or TERS, is meant to be a response to the challenges faced by businesses in distress due to the COVID-19 lockdown. During this period, a lot of companies have closed, which has led to staff being without work and therefore without a regular salary. Although the Labour Department has called for employers who are able to pay their staff to continue doing so, it is the Unemployment Insurance Fund, or UIF, which is supposed to handle the compensation of such workers. But judging by the amount of viewers who've expressed having faced challenges with accessing UIF, it would seem this process has not been without challenges. UIF Commissioner Teboho Maruping joins us now via Skype to explain the process and also just to answer a couple of questions from viewers that may be struggling. Teboho, thank you so much for joining us on this Monday morning. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you, Leon, and thanks for having me on board your ship this morning.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure. Teboho, please begin by explaining to us who qualifies to claim at this time.
Anyone who has an employer-employee relationship with a company, that is where they are employed for 24 hours and more, qualifies for this benefit, and they have to be affected by a lockdown. And when I'm saying affected, I'm referring to those companies that have not been enlisted as essential services.
All right, so anybody who is affected by the lockdown, a question to you very quickly is, what happens to people that are not affected by the lockdown? Because a couple of the callers that we had, and I refer to the ones on Friday, were saying that they had a problem before lockdown, they applied to UIF, and now they don't know what to do.
Okay, I think people who have applied for UIF, most of them, we should have sent them SMSs. The intention of the SMS is to say to you, please confirm to us that you are still unemployed, and then we'll process your claim. We've also availed our toll-free number, 0800 030 007. That number is intended for callers to give us a call, and we'll process their claim. And we are also receiving our claims online for people to put their continuation form on our online platform. Yeah. Which later today I'll make an announcement about our online platform as well.
Okay, just give me that number again, 0800
0800 030 007.
007. So a lot of people saying that they haven't received this SMS that you're talking about. They have in fact had no communication whatsoever. What happens then?
I think we're having a meeting this morning at 9, and it's one of the issues that I'm going to be impressing upon my team, that we have promised to pay our people, and our people are starving at home and they need this money. And we need to trigger this process as of tomorrow if there are people that have not received the SMSs.
Yeah, it's quite a difficult one, because I mean I try to get onto, because you said we can apply. We'll try to give this toll-free line a call. When is it operational, by the way, the toll-free line?
From 8 to 4:30 every day.
Okay, 8 to 4:30. So we'll see if we can get through to that one. But one thing I can tell you is your website is finished. It's kaput. That's a nice way of putting it. I try to get on. It's Monday morning. It's 6:45 in the morning, and the website's crashed. It's telling me that there's an error, can't get in, can't load it. I mean, there is surely very little traffic at this time, but your website's down. How do you expect people to get in there?
You are on the U-filing or on the departmental website?
I am on uif.gov.za.
Yes, you need to go to U-filing.
Okay.
And I think that could be the problem. Go to the departmental website and go to U-filing online claims.
And what is the website for that?
Is U-filing?
Yeah.
ufiling.co.za.
ufiling.co.za. I'll try that one. I'll try that one because that one's quite a. This one, obviously, we're not getting into, and maybe that's a problem that people have been trying to visit this website and they're not able to do it. Some say that they have sent emails, that they've tried to fill out the forms, they've had absolutely no response. Again, Teboho, this is something that people are very, very worried about. You are their port of call, and they're not getting a response from you. What's happening? Are you overwhelmed?
Well, I think we are understandably overwhelmed as well because, as you would understand, it's a lockdown period. And during this lockdown period, we have limited staff on board. But last week, we brought 50 more people to join us in our call center to respond to the calls. And we'll be introducing 4 more people across the provinces who can work from their laptops to process these claims.
Okay, so you have brought on board more people. What about the private sector? And I, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen that you have said we don't need help. We've got this under control. Because a lot of labor unions and associations have said, listen, you guys need help because our employees are struggling to get hold of you. However, you're saying you don't need the help. You've got this under control.
Well, I don't know where they've got that info. I cannot speak on their behalf. I can speak on UIF's behalf. I can confirm we've received help. The 50 people I'm referring to, we've received them from Harambee. We've also received people from PwC who are on board helping us with work. And we're also receiving help from the Banking Association of South Africa who will be helping us with the payment engine.
Okay.
So I don't know where the information that we are not needing help is actually, who is the source or where is that coming from?
Okay, excellent. Well, I'm glad you clarified that when it was in one of the articles that I did read online saying that that you guys were fine, you didn't need any help from the private sector, but clarity given there, so thank you. We've got a caller on the line who's been struggling as well. Renee, a very, very good morning to you. Renee calling from Krugersdorp. Renee, what is your question? What is your issue?
My issue is before the lockdown, my boss he put the claim in for UIF, but now we doesn't receive anything, nothing money, nothing claim anything. I mean, some of the people are struggling because they doesn't have food at home, they doesn't have nothing, and some of them they have families to support. So how long gonna be take for this claim to come through?
Okay. Renee, thank you. It's a very common question. Again, I think I posed it to you during the course of the interview about people that have logged from before the lockdown and they still haven't heard anything. So, Teboho, talk to us about this again.
Okay, as I said earlier, I think each applicant is different, and I'm not too sure at what stage is Renee's application, but all the applications that have come through, we are processing them, and those that are it's continuation forms where you have received a number of payments and now you need to receive subsequent payments. We'll be processing those for the month of April.
All right, so that's your response to Renee. Renee, are you still on the line? No, we've lost Renee, but I hope that does help, because can we safely say that due to the overwhelming demand, there is now a backlog in payments?
I wouldn't say there's a backlog, really. You see, Leon, the one thing that our people don't talk about is the compliance of companies. And as a result of a lockdown, that means some of these cases where we need to confirm if an employee is compliant, we are not able to do so. And where we need to send inspectors, we are also observing social distancing. Companies are not compliant, Leanne. It's quite embarrassing. And we also have received a number of people that are taking chances, assuming that we'll just process their claims because there's a lockdown, will not be doing due diligence. So there's a number of those people that are delaying the process because we have to take out fraudulent claims and deal with the real claims. And because of that, yes, I would agree with you that there might be a delay in some areas of the process.
Okay, all right. One of the big complaints from some of our viewers and people that are trying to reach you is also the fact that internet access may be a problem. Going online is a problem. Even telephonically on the toll-free line can be a problem. Walk-in officers. Obviously, your sector has not been declared an essential service. Is there a possibility, because I know there'll be an influx of people obviously coming in, and this is probably one of the reasons why they're not open, but this has also caused a lot of frustration for people because they feel that if they could just go in, sort it out, it would be a better process to deal with. What about walk-ins? Is that something that could possibly be something that might be handled in the future?
I think, Leon, you've touched on it. Given the number of callers that we are receiving and the number of people who are frustrated, if we dare open our labor centers, we'll be flooded. And social distancing will go out of the window, and the number of infections may increase, both for our staff members and even for the public. But I have good news, Leon. On Saturday, we continue to work. We managed to clinch a deal with Vodacom. Our website, our U-filing platform will be zero rated, meaning if you're a Vodacom user, you'll be able to access our U-filing platform at no cost whatsoever. It won't cost you data, it won't cost you airtime. We intend to go live tomorrow morning, that people can now use our online platform at no cost to them, both for data and both for airtime. That's
fantastic. That's really, really good news. And I can confirm that I am on the website. So I'm glad that you gave out this website, because I think people that may have been going to the previous website, that would be uif.gov.za, don't go there. Go to this new one that you've given out, ufiling.co.za, and that one is working much better. So I hope that that's helped a lot of people. We've got another caller on the line, Teboho, and this is Mrs. Khan from Pietermaritzburg, I think. Good morning to you, Mrs. Khan.
Good morning to you too,
What is the issue that you're going through?
Yes, I've been medically boarded off in January. So I went to an unemployment and I filled in my forms. And February and March, I didn't get anything. April, I was supposed to go on the 31st of March, but there was a lockdown to sign. My forms are already approved, but I don't know how to get my money. I went to the www.ufiling.co. They want password and all that. I don't know. I don't have a laptop and I don't have website. So I asked somebody to help me out, but they couldn't get through with this because they want password and all that.
Teboho, can you assist here?
Yes. But first, let me thank you, Leanne, for testing our website and prove that at least it's working. That's a good start.
Yeah, it is.
And I think what I'm sensing from the caller is, when you go onto the website, we would like you to register as a user first. And I think that's why maybe she's struggling that they need the password. It's because we need you to register so we can authenticate you as a user. And I'm getting a sense that the caller may need someone younger to help them with the technology to access it and play around a bit. But all the functionalities are there. She just needs to go on the website.
All right, so what you're telling her is basically she needs to somehow get access onto this website. Whoever can help her, she must get on, she must register, and then will she get the password that she needs and all of those details so she can access her fund? Is that the only way to do it, is if you have to register online, get all the necessities, and then those will be given to you?
Yes. Because the challenge is if it's open, that you can just go into the platform without registering as a user. People who could fraudulently register claim, use your details.
Okay.
And that's also another security measure we put in place, just for the security of our people.
All right, okay. Mrs. Khan, I hope that helps. If you have somebody that you can call that has access to a laptop, I know you said you don't have a computer, so get them to help you. You need to register. And I see here, there is a block here where you can register. You go on, you register your name, and I imagine you've got to fill in your ID number and all of those things. And then perhaps your details will then come up once you've registered. Teboho, am I correct in saying that?
You are spot on, Leanne.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Good. All right. Well, there you go, Mrs. Khan. I hope that that's helped you. I think it's Tumelo that we've got now on the line. Not sure where Tumelo is from. Mahikeng. Tumelo, good morning to you. All right. Unfortunately, we've just dropped the line with Tumelo. But Teboho, just to carry on asking you just a couple of questions in terms of companies, because there's also a lot of companies, not only individuals, that are wanting to come and claim through UIF. Can a company which had already had financial difficulties come and claim? Is there a timeline reference that companies have to use in terms of providing financial records, etc.?
Well, if company had to apply for TERS, there's two TERS solutions that you have. We have temporary employee relief scheme, which is for companies in distress that needs to supply us with a turnaround solution, a turnaround plan, and the list goes on. But for COVID-19, we just expect you to go onto our platform and you only apply for the time frame when there's a close down and not any time after or before. So you apply from the 27th to the end of April.
Okay.
When you apply like that, you'll qualify and we'll process it. And the good thing, Leanne, again on that note, tomorrow we are launching our online platform so that even companies can go online at no cost and apply for their employees so that we can process the claim with speed.
Okay. And this online platform you're talking to, is it through that same portal that I'm on right now, the U-filing one?
No, we'll use a different link because this one is a COVID-19 and the rules are not the same.
Okay. What is the new link?
Yeah.
I know it's only going live tomorrow, but in case we don't speak to you tomorrow, which I'm sure we won't, but what will the new website as of tomorrow be?
It's COVID-TERS.gov.za. But can I rather send it to you after the call so that you can publish it to your listeners?
It would really be great, because I hope that doesn't cause even more confusion for people, because now they go to this site and then they got to go to another site. And I understand this is like, it's almost like building an airplane in the air, because this is it's very uncharted waters. And, the problem is that I just think people are getting more and more confused as time goes by, because there's just so many different things that are happening while they're trying to access their funds.
Yeah, it's truly, and it's uncharted water, as you correctly said. For all of us, it's new, and we are all grappling with different things, giving it our best shot. And my plea to South Africans is, when you provide a solution, give it your best shot, try it. And also bearing in mind that all of us are giving this challenge that we are facing our best shot. And we are doing everything we can to make sure that South Africans get their money as quickly as possible.
All right, Teboho, I got another call for you. It's Richel, who we have on the line from Davidson. Richel, good morning to you.
Morning, Leon.
Hi, please give us your question. What's happening?
Leon, just want to ask, our company didn't provide us with the permit, and they promised us, they say that we can't, as a matter, we can't get we can't get paid, so we don't know what can apply the UIF or not.
All right, Teboho, would you like to respond to that one?
I don't think they didn't get a permit for travel to work and from.
Yes.
Because what do you expect? They didn't give you permit to travel to work and back.
Yes, and we were working with food.
I don't think I understand the question clearly.
Richel, talk to us a little bit more. Just give us some more details, because what is it that you haven't been given? What is the issue? Just talk to us. Perhaps give us more detail.
Okay. All right. We don't have the permit, and we are working with food. So we don't know, because now we are staying in home because of this coronavirus. So we don't know, maybe we can claim the UIF or not.
Teboho, does it help you?
Yeah, I think the just on the issue of the permit, I don't know. I suppose Richard is in Gauteng. There were centers that were open for people to go get permits if they need to open their centers. But I think the greatest problem for people like Richard, if you're not registered for UIF, you've never registered, you've never declared and contributed, it becomes difficult for us to pay people who've never registered before.
Okay. I just want to get a little bit of clarity. I know we're moving into 7 o'clock, so we're stealing a bit of news time, but I know this is an important issue. It was an understanding, and it was said that claims should come via business as opposed to individuals. Is this still the situation, or has that changed now? Can you as an individual come as opposed to having to come through your business?
Leanne, we still want businesses to apply on behalf of their employees. For one big reason, that if all South Africans were to queue up and apply, UIF will not be able to handle that kind of volume. And that's why we're saying a company must apply on behalf of their employees, will pay a lump sum to the company, and the company will pay their employees. That way, the processes can run smooth, and we can get money to reach the people as quick as possible.
So, okay, so this is the problem, is that some people are saying that their businesses are not doing it on their behalf, and this is where they're leaving them very, very desperate at this point. Does an individual have any recourse whatsoever? Is there anything they can do if the business is not acting on their behalf?
The individuals can still apply on their own.
Okay.
But we are not recommending that route because it would flood us and there will be too much work for us to be processing. And there will be further delays now. And we're trying to avoid that. That's why we're asking companies to apply for their employees.
All right, Teboho, we can't thank you enough for joining us, and we're going to invite you again to come and talk to us, especially after you launch your new website, which, again, I know you'll give us the details to this once it is launched, but it's covidters.co.za, and that is going to be from tomorrow. That's going to be the new website people go to. But at this point, go to ufiling.co.za. It's up, it's running, register. That's the most important thing, register. And then at least you're on the records, and then maybe the process will be a lot easier from there. Teboho Maruping, thank you for explaining to us the process to be followed by businesses as well as employees claiming from the UIF at this time. He, of course, is a UIF commissioner. Let's now get you the news.